Are leg cramps waking you up at night? You're not alone. Every night, millions of seniors lie in bed, suddenly jolted awake by that sharp, twisting pain in their legs. It's exhausting. It's frustrating. And it keeps happening, again and again. But here's the surprising part. What if one simple change in your diet could help? What if the answer isn't another pill, but a fruit sitting right in your kitchen? In this video, we'll uncover 5 fruits that can help prevent leg cramps, especially in seniors, so you can sleep better, move easier, and feel stronger again. Let's begin, not with medication or theory, but with something you've probably eaten hundreds of times, but never like this. 1. Banana, the potassium powerhouse. You've probably eaten bananas your whole life. But did anyone ever tell you that this simple fruit might help you sleep through the night without being woken up by painful leg cramps? If you're over 60, there's a good chance your body isn't holding on to potassium the way it used to. And that's a problem, because potassium plays a huge role in how your muscles contract and relax. When levels drop, your muscles can spasm unexpectedly. That tight, twisting pain that shoots through your calf at 2 a.m. Often, that's your body calling out for balance. So, what's in a banana that helps? Each medium-sized banana gives you around 400 milligrams of potassium. That's nearly 10% of your daily needs, delivered in a form your body actually absorbs easily. Unlike pills, potassium from food is gentle, steady, and safe. But it's not just potassium. Bananas also contain vitamin B6, which helps your nerves communicate with your muscles. Without enough B6, your nerves might send the wrong signal, or no signal at all, causing muscles to cramp or lock up without warning. Now, you might be wondering, if it's so effective, why don't doctors just prescribe bananas? Here's the thing. Doctors often focus on supplements. But for many seniors, those don't work as well, or they come with side effects. That's why more and more people are turning to real food. Someone commented, "My dad is 84. He started eating 1 banana a day, and his cramps almost disappeared." Maybe that sounds too simple. Maybe you've tried so many things that you're skeptical. But what if you haven't tried this consistently? What if 1 banana a day, eaten regularly, could support your muscles from the inside out? What if the first step to fewer cramps isn't in a bottle, but in your fruit bowl? Of course, bananas aren't magic, but when they're part of your daily routine, they can help restore electrolyte balance, improve hydration, and reduce the chance of those awful nighttime surprises. So, before you reach for another pain reliever, or just give up, ask yourself, have you really given potassium-rich fruits a chance? And if one fruit can make this much difference, what happens when you combine it with others? Let's talk about the next one. And this one doesn't just fight cramps. It also helps you sleep deeper. 2. Tart cherries, the sleep-saving anti-inflammatory. You might not expect much from a cherry. It's small, it's sweet, it disappears in one bite. But what if I told you this tiny fruit could help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep without being jolted awake by leg cramps? It's not just about taste. Tart cherries are packed with compounds your muscles and nerves love, especially as you age. The key player here is something called anthocyanins. They're antioxidants, and they work quietly to reduce inflammation in your body. Why does that matter? Because chronic low-grade inflammation, especially in older adults, can make your muscles more sensitive, more fatigued, and far more likely to cramp, even after the slightest movement. Now here's where it gets interesting. Tart cherries also contain melatonin. Yes, the same hormone your body produces naturally to help you sleep. But as you age, your melatonin levels drop, making it harder to fall into deep, restful sleep. That's why so many seniors toss and turn or wake up with tight, screaming calves. So the combination of anthocyanins and melatonin, it's powerful. One helps calm your muscles, the other helps calm your mind. There's a woman who wrote, "I woke up nearly every night with cramps. I started having tart cherry juice before bed, and they disappeared." At first, she didn't expect much. Maybe you feel the same. Maybe you're thinking, is a fruit really going to stop these cramps? That's fair, but let me ask you this. What do you have to lose by trying? If pain is stealing your sleep and your body is begging for relief, why not give it something natural that supports both your muscles and your rest? And it's not just for athletes. Seniors who drink a small glass of Tart cherry juice daily or eat a handful of fresh cherries often report fewer cramps, faster recovery after activity, and more restful nights. Now, you might be wondering, how much do I need? When should I take it? Is there one cherry that's better than the others? And most importantly, what happens if you combine this with another fruit that targets an entirely different cause of cramping, like poor digestion or magnesium deficiency? We're getting there, because the next fruit, it's green, it's fuzzy, and it might just surprise you. 3. Kiwi, magnesium in a green package. Most people think of it as a breakfast fruit, or maybe something you add to a fruit salad once in a while. But if leg cramps are still waking you up, if stretching doesn't work, and nothing seems to help, this little green fruit deserves a second look. Why? Because kiwi is one of the most underrated sources of magnesium. And magnesium is crucial, especially for seniors. Your muscles need it to relax after they contract. Without enough magnesium, your muscles stay tense, tight, and more prone to spasms. And here's the challenge. As you age, your body naturally absorbs less magnesium from food. That means even if you eat the same way you did 10 years ago, you might still end up deficient. You might be thinking, well, I've tried magnesium pills, they didn't help. And that's exactly why kiwi matters. Because the magnesium in kiwi comes with fiber, potassium, and vitamin C, all in one gentle package your body can actually use. Unlike some supplements that cause digestive issues or don't absorb well, kiwi works with your system, not against it. One kiwi gives you about 30 milligrams of magnesium. That may not sound like much, but when you eat it consistently, day after day, it adds up. Plus, it supports digestion. And yes, that matters. Because poor digestion, bloating, constipation, can actually increase pressure in your lower abdomen, which then radiates into your legs and triggers cramps. So let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed your cramps are worse when you're feeling bloated? Or after a heavy meal that just sits in your stomach? If so, kiwi could be part of the solution. Not only does it ease digestion with its natural enzymes and fiber, but it also gives your muscles what they need to stay calm through the night. There's something empowering about discovering that relief doesn't always come in a bottle. Sometimes it's soft, fuzzy, and sitting right there on your counter. But kiwi's just one piece of the puzzle. Because the next fruit doesn't just feed your muscles, it hydrates them. And if you've been losing sleep from cramps during summer nights or after long walks, this next one might be exactly what your body's missing. Let's talk about watermelon. 4. Watermelon, the hydration hero. There's something about watermelon that feels almost too simple. It's sweet. It's refreshing. But could it really help with leg cramps? If you're someone who wakes up in the middle of the night with your calf muscles clenched like a fist, tight, painful, and impossible to ignore, there's a good chance dehydration is playing a role. And that's exactly where watermelon comes in. See, watermelon is made up of over 90% water. That's not just a fun fact. That's fuel for your muscles. When your body doesn't have enough fluids, your cells struggle to function. Nerves misfire, muscles contract when they shouldn't, and the cramps come, fast and hard. But watermelon does more than just hydrate. It contains a natural compound called citrulline. Your body uses citrulline to boost nitric oxide production, which helps relax blood vessels and improve circulation. And when your muscles get better blood flow, they get more oxygen, and they cramp less. Someone once said, "I didn't drink enough water, especially in summer. I started eating watermelon after walks, and suddenly the cramps stopped waking me up." Maybe you've had the same experience. Your legs feel tight after being outside, or you wake up in the early morning hours soaked in sweat and pain. So here's the question. Could it be that your body's just thirsty? Have you tried hydrating in a way that also gives your muscles antioxidants, potassium, and circulation support, all in one slice? Because watermelon offers all of that. And unlike plain water, it sticks around longer. It hydrates, nourishes, and cools the body from the inside out. And let's be honest, Staying hydrated gets harder with age. You may not feel as thirsty. Your kidneys may be working differently. And yet your muscles are still doing their job. Until they don't. So why not give them a little help? Add a few chunks of watermelon in the afternoon, or have it with dinner. It might be the easiest and most delicious way to protect your sleep. But hydration isn't the only hidden cause of cramps. What if the real issue starts with your gut? The next fruit helps your body digest better, absorb nutrients faster, and support muscle repair, all at the same time. Let's take a closer look at papaya. If you've ever felt bloated before bed, struggled with slow digestion, or just had that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your stomach, did you notice your legs cramping more during those nights? It's not a coincidence. Digestion and muscle cramps are more connected than you might think. And papaya, yes, that soft golden tropical fruit, might be the gentle fix your body's been waiting for. Papaya contains an enzyme called papain. This natural compound helps break down proteins in your food, making digestion smoother and faster. Why does that matter? Because when your digestive system slows down, it can trigger a chain reaction, bloating, pressure, and tightness that radiates downward, even into your legs. And if you're over 60, your body is naturally producing fewer digestive enzymes. That means meals that once felt fine can now leave you uncomfortable for hours. For some, that discomfort leads to restless nights. For others, it triggers cramping. So here's a question. How often do you treat your gut with the same care you give your heart or joints? Because papaya doesn't just help with digestion. It also contains vitamin C and antioxidants that protect your muscles from inflammation and oxidative stress, two hidden triggers behind chronic cramps. Plus, it delivers potassium and magnesium in every slice. Two minerals you've heard about, yes, but when they come from fruit instead of pills, your body absorbs them differently, gently, naturally, without side effects. One viewer once said, "My mother was 81. She had leg cramps and stomach issues almost every night. We added papaya after dinner. Within weeks, she slept better, and so did I." It's easy to forget how much our bodies are connected. That muscle pain might start in your legs, but the root cause? It could be in your gut, your circulation, your hydration, or all three. That's why papaya is such a powerful ally. It's not just working on one problem, it supports your entire system. So, what would happen if you made it part of your routine? A few slices after dinner, a habit that helps you digest better, sleep deeper, and wake up without pain. Now, you've heard about 5 fruits. But which one should you start with? What happens when you combine them? And more importantly, what's stopping you from trying? Starting tonight. Let's wrap this up together. Maybe you've spent years thinking leg cramps were just a part of aging. Maybe you've tried stretching, drinking more water, or taking pills that didn't really work. Maybe you've been told, that's just how it is when you get older. But now, you know something different. You know that bananas can restore your potassium, that Tart cherries can soothe inflammation and help you sleep, that kiwis quietly deliver magnesium and fiber your body needs, that watermelon hydrates not just your mouth, but your muscles, and that papaya, sweet and gentle, can ease digestion and reduce pressure you didn't even realize was connected to your cramps. And the best part? You don't need a prescription. You don't need to wait weeks for results. You just need to begin. One fruit, one choice, one day at a time. So here's the question. Which one will you start with tonight? If you're tired of waking up in pain, if you're looking for a way to help your body feel stronger, calmer, and more in control, why not try what others have quietly discovered? You might be surprised at what a single change can do. Because sometimes the most powerful medicine isn't found in a bottle. It's in the foods you choose, the routines you build, the belief that your body still has the power to heal, gently, naturally, and from the inside out. And if this video helped you understand that, even a little, share it with someone you care about, your father, your neighbor, a friend who's still searching for relief. You never know. That small share might lead to someone's first pain-free night in years. Try it, feel it, and if it works, don't keep it to yourself.